I have minimal experience in directing. I graduated with a BFA in acting from Shenandoah Conservatory, where I had the ability to direct multiple small pieces, nothing this big. I've also directed for about 8 years now summer kids at Carol Camp here at the theater, so I've directed many, many shows in this space, but nothing this big. Nothing this big and nothing ever in a different language either. Never an opera, never a musical. It's always, when you're driving down the road and you're listening to a show in your car and you're like, oh my gosh, this staging would be beautiful, and man, if I ever direct this show, it'll be great. But it's all in your head until you actually have to get in here in rehearsal and know what you want for everything. When someone says, do you like this dress or that dress? You're the one who makes the decision. So it's been a blast, a breeze, intimidating. I mean, it's hit every spectrum, I think. So I'm very thankful for the experience to be able to do it. Well, actually, it wasn't my decision. Yeah, the school chose really Peter and Sarah, and Bill Gillette and all the faculty members of the college are the ones that choose which show they're going to do, and then they find an outside director. Sometimes it's a faculty member, but they choose an outside director to say, hey, we're doing this show, would you like to come in and direct it? So they said, we're doing La Boheme, would you like to come in? And I knew absolutely nothing about it. I don't speak a lick of Italian. I've never directed anything with music, let alone a show where the music does not stop from beginning to end. And I don't know, I love it. I love a challenge. And believe me, this has been, it's tough. I'm a set designer in DC. I had 2 shows open. I had a show open and a show opening, so I'm juggling 3 shows right now, which is crazy. A part-time job, getting engaged, summer kids at Carol again this summer. So it's been crazy. Awesome, but crazy. So. Well, most shows have subtitles. Carol in the past has done the songs in the language they're written in, but the spoken sung lines, parts that aren't arias or not duets, just plot moving music, have been done in English. Sometimes they do the entire show in English. Sometimes, like this, they do the whole show in Italian or in whatever language, and you have subtitles. I'm a closet opera fan, and I love it. I don't know a lick about it, really, but I love it. It's so beautiful. It's so powerful. And I couldn't imagine not knowing what's going on. The greatest actors in the world, I think, you'd still need. There's so many nuances, there's so many subtleties. Puccini is a genius, by the way. He's a genius. Because he's like Shakespeare. His stage directions are in the music, they're in the lines, they're in what's written. So a lot of people don't like La Boheme is one of the most performed operas, but a lot of people don't like doing it because it's so specific. You have to have, the fire has to start here, it has to end there, you have to have fire. So people who try to do crazy concepts like we're setting it in outer space, well, there's strict guidelines. You can do magic flute and set it in outer space because there's crazy things going on and gods and unnatural things. This is a naturalistic opera, so there's only so much you can do. I don't know. So you have to have subtitles. There's so many nuances in the music that is so forward the plot that without them you'd be lost. So I made the executive decision. I was happy that we're seeing it in the true Italian. You're getting the feel of how beautiful the music is, but know what's going on. So. I am happy with how everything's going so far. It's a lot. it's a lot, and it has come together. I think driving home today, I will realize that that was our last rehearsal, and I no longer have any say about anything. I don't. I can make the set a little bit different, a little brighter, a little darker. I can paint something new. I can shift a spike without them really realizing it, but it's officially, as of right now, entirely out of my hands. So I think it is good. I think it's going to be a wonderful show. I think they need an audience. I think they need that energy. And what's so amazing about this show, specifically at Carroll, is we have some of the best operatic performers in the state of Maryland in this show. And in the chorus, we have people that this is their first show they've ever done. This is their first time on stage. And to have that sort of dynamic and have them all working together, and we're hitting every mark in between, people that have only done high school, people that have done semi-professional. I mean, we're hitting every mark, I feel, in the theatrical scale of understanding of theater. And it's all come together. They've worked so hard. It's been amazing. And I feel it's been tough. I've never worked with a show with this many people. We're at 45 people. It's one of the biggest shows Carroll's ever done, let alone the biggest opera. So trying to remember everyone's name, making sure that everyone's fitting in, or their cliques, trying to, as a director, not only focus on what's going on stage, but trying to key in and make sure everything backstage is going so smoothly. And as far as I can tell, we've got a couple rogue people, but every show has that. But I'm really happy with it. I think they're doing a great job. I'm very excited to have people see it. I think they're at that point where they need people to see it. I think they need to realize that they're doing a great job. And I think an audience coming in is going to give them that.
I started in high school with playing in pit orchestras, then I went to college and was introduced to opera as a freshman and decided to continue through graduate school in opera performance.
I started actually singing in my church choir, doing shows there, and then grade school, high school, did musicals, and then I got to college and I thought, well, I'm never going to sing opera, and I heard people auditioning for an opera one night. It was the Turn of the Screw, and I said, hey, I could do that. So I was sitting in shorts and a t-shirt. I went back to my dorm, came back with my suit on, did my audition, and that was my first opera. La Boheme.
Yeah, the music is
yeah.
unbelievably gorgeous. Unbelievably gorgeous.
Yeah. I'd like to add, actually, bringing Boheme, we wanted to do because it's very well known, and because a few years ago the students here did a production of Rent, and Boheme is like the grandfather of Rent. And so Sarah and I, perhaps you don't know or do know, we're both adjunct professors of voice here, and we're trying to keep the program alive and keep people interested in opera because we love it. And I think that for students that are studying opera to have something on campus that they can participate in and they can also come see is very important.
And it's been such a great draw from the community. I mean, we've got age 5 to age 69, so I think it's been a great community involvement.
Yeah, for sure. The chorus has an amazing energy.
Yes.
I was lucky enough to actually work with the chorus as the chorus master up until we started the principal rehearsals. And so I feel very connected to them. But they're a group of people that just can do it. And they never questioned what we tried to do in the rehearsals. They just came in, they did it. And it's really phenomenal. I've worked with professional companies that haven't had choruses that work like that or sound like that.